I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on Tampa, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees or Roger Goodell. Yeah, running like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
What's up, fam? What's poppin'? Much love to the Who Dat Nation. Like I've been saying for some time now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. I'm in the building. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank. What's popping? What's happening? What's snapping? What's good with the family, man? Thursday stream coming at you. This one's entitled Jameis Winston Injury Update. Much love to the fam. I thank y'all. Hit the like button, fam. If you trickling into the live stream, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, smash the hell out of subscribe button and join the Who Dat Nation. Join the great Saint Think Tank today. Much love to the fam. Appreciate a few of the family members for subscribing. I didn't get a chance to thank Funny Mail, FGM Int Entertainment. Appreciate you, Funny Mail. Josh Higginbotham, Tactical Strength and Conditioning. Much love to you guys. Appreciate y'all hitting that subscribe button. NO Saint 504 Said Gaming and the rest of the family, man. The new family members, thank y'all for hitting that button. I won't hold y'all too long on this stream, family. I'm gonna go over a few news, notes, and items, and cover a few storylines, play a few things, and go from there. And then I'm in the stream. So much love to the fam. Appreciate everybody up in this thing. So much love to the fam. Much love, much love, much love. All right, fam. So let's get going. And I'm gonna start off with this interview right here from the PFT camp. I appreciate my dog GM Kev for sending me this one on just basically, and it's basically gonna hook up to an article right here written pretty goodly from Saints Wires. Dylan Sanders wrote a pretty good article on Odell Beckham Jr. And I'm going to cover that and share it with the family members. So much love to the fam. Appreciate all y'all for being in the building. Much love to Sir Dixon. Gundam is in the building. Much love, T-Rob. I see you, fam. Baraka Longmire, Tech Saint. What's up, fam? What's up, Ricky? Ricky's in the building. Inevitable. Brother Lewis is in the building. Pick it and flick it. Brandon, what's happening, fam? Brother Troy in the building. Joe Wiley, what's up, Joe? Jamaica, what's up, Queen? Brother Jared at OG's in the building. 985 Live is in the building. What's up, fam? Josh Goat 23. What's up, Mitchell? Who that to you, fam? Ant-Man's in the building. Divine's in the building. Timothy's in the building. Brother Patrick is in the building. What's up, fam? Brother Tori, what's up, Brother Tori? How you doing, my brother? Appreciate you as well. Good to see you. DJ Philco, I see you, fam. Much love to you as well. Good to see the rest of the fam chiming in. What's up, Gardner? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. JT, blessings upon you, my brother, and the family. Appreciate you. What's up, Slim is in the building. Sean's in the building. Josh in his bag is in the building. Easy is in the building. What's up, fam? What's up, Renard? Marrero representing. All right, man. DC's from out there, man. So them good people in Marrero. Much love, fam. What's up, T-Mama? T-Mama in the building. How you doing, Queen? Hope you're doing all right. I ain't heard from you, girl. I hope you're all right. Much love to you, T-Mama. Ramsey, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Brian in the building. New Orleans native. What's up, fam? Good to see you as well. Empty Mind Gaming. Mind and Gaming is in the building. What's happening, fam? What's up, Long Haul? Much love, fam. Appreciate you, bro. Joining the stream as well. And Black Preacher Man, sports fan Khalip is in the building. Salute to you, brother. Much love, man. He said, Big Q, please tell me them Saints are not serious about bringing Breeze back with that pop gun arm. Nah, it ain't gonna happen, bro. It's just talking, man. But, but it is, the fact that he is under contract for an additional year. So if he is contemplating coming out of football, the Saints own his rights and he would have to go through them. But to show you how serious this thing is, Drew Brees said that, tweeted that, whatever, put that on social media. He didn't tell Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen confirmed that, by the way. He didn't tell him either. And Mickey also confirmed that. So at the end of the day, they are accurate when they say it's just out of jest. But like I said, he could end up having another job as an article as Fox is looking at him to bring him in and talk sports. I just don't get it. Maybe that's just me, man. Nobody's promised tomorrow. I mean, you spent your whole career, 20 years of your life playing a child's game. You made hundreds of millions of dollars from us. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Chill out and just breathe a little bit. Go out and enjoy them kids while they still kids, because when they grow up, you're going to wish you had that time. You out here chasing all this money, doing all this fanciful stuff when you don't even have to do that. I mean, seriously, you got businesses over here going. You got all this going. You don't need to be doing all that. You're doing too much. But at the end of the day, man, that's their life. They live it how they want to live it. They're just chasing the pursuit of money. And it gets to a point where you can't get all the money. This old wisdom that I got from my grandfather, man. My grandfather told me all money ain't your money. He told me that. But you have all these guys and see, they be a lot of these hustlers, and I love the hustling spirit, but they got to have smart, conscious hustling, not stupid hustling. You thinking every dollar out there is your dollar. No, not every dollar is your dollar. Not every piece of money out there is for you. There's bad money that'll get you caught up, and you have to look at the exchange about what you're doing here versus the money over there. So sometimes I question the ambitious, because I know about ambitious people. I'm hella ambitious. But at the same time, there's a scale that you got to judge. You don't have to keep chasing all this money. Oh, I got to run over here to talk on Fox. Oh, I got to run. Nah, you don't have to do all that. You don't have that to do. Trust me, in the condition of the world right now, and I'm looking around and all the people without the cake and all that, man, you don't have to do all that. Just chill, man. You're doing too much. But no, I don't think Drew Brees is coming back. I say all that to say, chill out, bro. Chill out. I mean, I'm saying you got all this bread from playing football. You still got good sense. Make it, just chill out, and while you ahead, quit while you ahead. Some people don't just know when to quit when they're ahead. You know what I'm saying, T-Mama? They don't know when to quit when they're ahead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, bro, it's still working on this crap with this. It's still internet issues with this stuff, man. I'm so tired of these people with this junk, man. But just deal with me. I know you can hear me. I'm kind of lagging along, but just rock with me, fam. We're going to be all right. We're going to keep doing this thing. Sorry about that, Rise and Shine Mobile Detailing. Much love to you. All right, what's up, Who That J Dog? What's up, fam? Appreciate you. What's up, Steven? Who that to you, fam? What's up, fam? Yeah, I know 504 Co. That's what I'm saying, bro. Not all money is your money. You got all the money. You got all this stuff here. You get money from over here. The casino people gave you the money to try to push the casino on them. You got all the money. What you want? What you want, bro? You gonna be a first ballot Hall of Fame? What more you want, man? Come on, chill out. Chill out. Go sit your ass down somewhere. What's the problem here? Anyway, let's keep on going, man. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being here. Ricky says, keep me posted on the Fantasy League, big. I got you, brother Ricky. It's coming soon, man, down the line. What's up, Toby? Who that to you as well? Appreciate you, brother Eric. I see you. What's up, darling? What's up, fam? Good to see you in there, bro. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing all right, bro. What's up, old Coolers in the building as well? Much love, fam. Appreciate you as well. Like I said, fam is still having a little issue, man. Don't worry, I'm gonna be switching real soon, so it's all gravy. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank y'all. What's up, Lori, baby? Who that to you? Good to see you in the building. Much love to all the queens, man. I love the queens out there. And let me tell you something. Shout out to all of our fantastic women that listen to the Sports Coma. I mean, you want to talk about women that just super intelligent, deep on the Saints, deep on life, the great Saint think tank queens, man. They the truth, bro. I'm telling you, they the truth. I mean, they be schooled with a lot of information, insight, just schooling people. Be schooling the brothers out there. I'll be in the comments looking, man, to be schooling the brother. I seen the Sports Coma queen get a dude together real quick on the Saints. I said, damn. God damn. I'm going to tell you something. I'm proud of the queens, man. What's popping? What's up, brother William Francis? What's up, fam? Much love to you. Appreciate you. Yeah. JT says, Q, if you was talking, our sister will work right. Yes. It'd be clear, crystal clear. All right. So anyway, much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all, man, for being there. What's up, Mike? Holding Hook TV in the building. But yeah, let's go over a few things. I'm going to play this article. I'm going to play this video from the PFT camp. What's up, Craig? Who that to you? Hit the like button for me too, fam, if you don't mind. What's up, KB, baby? Much love to the queen. Much love. All right, I'm going to play this article right here. Jerome, I see you, fam. I'm going to play this this video from the PFT camp revolving around Odell Beckham Jr. Then we're going to cover some news, notes, and articles, and then we're going to slide on out this thing. Thank you, Fireman and the Hellcat, for your super chat, fam. Said the linebacker we signed today, Wilson, probably means no Alexander. I don't know about that, bro, even though this guy does have a lot of experience. He did start some games. He been to a lot of, about 3 or 4 teams that he's been with. But I wouldn't say, bro, I wouldn't quite say that yet, brother Fireman and the Hellcat. I wouldn't quite put that there yet, because Quan Alexander is not going to cost the Saints a lot of money. There is pipeline, meaning there's a connection between both the Saints and him, meaning that simply going out there, engaging his interest on the free agency market. Remember the timeline. The Saints signed this brother before, right in the weeks, weeks prior to training camp. So with that being said, I wouldn't put my coin in that can yet on saying that Quan Alexander won't be signed because of this linebacker here. I think he just merely be a guy that you bring in there for depth purposes, because if you look at behind the linebacker position, it's a lot of those guys that's out there that the Saints have. There are a lot of young guys there. So it's not so much, I wouldn't say that would be that guy signing me and that's the end of Quan. Quan won't cost a lot. He was $3 million last year. And the Saints got the money to sign him. So I can look at them signing him, hopefully for a multiple year deal. It's a connection, meaning they both want each other. But the Saints have been doing this all off season long, family, insofar as allowing the free agency market to set the rate of these players. You know what I'm saying? They did it with Tyrann Mathieu, and they got him on that contract. They did it with Jarvis Landry, who gave him a bit of a hometown discount, a big bit of it. And several other players as well. The Saints allow them to go out to free agency and test the market. And then if they like what is seen, then they move in and get them. So, I mean, I'm thinking that'll be the same process with Quan Alexander, because I think at a degree, he is the signing that capsulate what we looking at. Okay, now he's the last big check to sign. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, okay, we signed him, we good. We got a Quan. So I'm still saying the Saints going to get it done, bro. close to, right to the maybe weeks, days leading up to training camp. So $3 million last year. I don't anticipate him breaking the bank. I think Quan is going to come back. So thank you for that question, bro. Much love. All right. So with that being, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. T-Mama said she had surgery. She said 6 days later, her father passed. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Queen. And 4 days after that, she said her fur baby of 14 years and the cousin December. My aunt. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. She's going through a lot of personal family tragedy. T-Mama, we love you and our prayers always with you, but sweetheart, prayers coming at you, sweetheart. Right now is a difficult time with so many families, all this craziness going on in the world. Really it is. So just prayers to you and everybody out there that's going through a lot of similar things. So keep your head up, Queen, stay prayed up. And I'm telling you, everything going to be fine. That's a lot of toughness though, but prayers and love to you, Queen. Much love. All right. So let's send love to her, man. Everybody in the chat, man, we got over 80 people. Let's send love to T-Mama, man. Send her some prayers and some love, man. Let's help elevate her, put her on our shoulders, man. She's been going through a lot. All right. Yeah. So let's put her on our shoulders, fam. Let's uplift her, man. Give us some prayers and blessings and plenty of who that love to T-Mama, man. She's such a sweetheart. Send it to her, fam. Much love, T-Mama. All right. So with that being said, what's up, Rush Hour? Good to see you, fam. Who that to you? I appreciate you being here. What's up, Jermaine? Okay. Yeah. I know y'all just right now. I'm having issues with that. You can hear me fine. Just bear with me. Long as the sound is y'all know what I look like. So as long as the sound's there, y'all know what I look like. So long as the sound there, I'm happy. Either way. So let's get into this thing. I'm gonna play this by the PFT camp when they're talking about Odell Beckham Jr. and his connection to the Rams and what they're thinking about with him with the Saints. So y'all hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and feel free to share the show links on your social media feed as well. It does help out the platform. So let's kind of jump on that right quick and let's hear what these guys had to say about Odell Beckham. Here we go. Y'all put one in there.
Jay, he was the best offensive player on the field for the Rams.
Heartbreaker.
Until that ACL went. And, he's still working to get it back. Second straight year he's had to rehab from an ACL. Let's have a listen, Chris. Sean McVay, coach of the Rams, talking about the possibility of Beckham being back in L.A.
Really want Odell back on our team. He's a guy that in a short amount of time we were able to develop a really special relationship. I thought he brought a great spark to our team. I thought he played really well. He's a great teammate. We all know what a charisma and a presence that he has, but he is truly a great teammate, made so many impactful plays. It was a shame to see him go down in that game, but, man, he sure still made an impact with those 2 catches that he did have. And without a doubt, want to get Odell back here. And, that's the goal, and continuing to work towards a solution of him re-signing with the Rams.
If he comes back, he won't be wearing number 3. Cam Akers has claimed that number. That was his original plan last year before he was injured. Beckham wore 3. He'd need a different jersey. That's not a big deal. The question is, how do you strike the balance if you're the Rams between showing proper loyalty and appreciation to Odell Beckham Jr. for what he did last year and protecting yourself against the possibility that he may not be ready for a while?
Listen, I'm not going to say I think. I know for a fact that OBJ has wanted the Rams for a long time, and Sean McVay and the Rams have wanted OBJ for a long time. I know for a fact. And then they got together, and it was like, oh, my gosh, we really like each other. This is it. We were meant to be. I think Odell likes living out there. And then I think everything you heard McVay, it's same things he told me the week I was there 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. Same things I heard before that. They didn't have a guy on offense that had, juice or energy. Hey, I think he has a house out there. He wants to be out there, so I think he'll give them every last right to kind of make it happen.
It is just damn unfortunate.
Gosh.
It happened to him.
He was going to MVPville.
He was on the cusp of setting himself up for a major contract, and the ACL went, and it's unfortunate. And so you do it again. All right, let's build it back up. Let's have a great postseason run, and let's hope like hell we don't tear an ACL in Super Bowl 57 if they get that far. It's just it's a shame. And
all right, that's enough for him. I can't stand no more. Go get your man and Patty there, Filioria. Anyway, pretty much what's going on, fam, is the fact that if you look at what the Saints were able to do in terms of adding guys like Tyrann Mathieu, Tiger, adding guys, and then that ultimately helped with the promotion of Jarvis Landry, Tiger. It goes to show you, and it's not just any Tigers, but two very impactful, really good football players from the area that's coming back in the prime of their careers to help the black and gold in spots where the black and gold needed. This year, it's just phenomenal to have Jarvis Landry on the as a free agent because the Browns released him because of the contract issues. They didn't like the contract. They put him in the street. They tried to re-sign him on a cheaper rate. He said no, and then ultimately decided to come with the Saints over the Ravens as well to come home. Tyrann Mathieu, he was down here damn near the entire offseason. He was over there with the spring practice with LSU, and just being home, being back, making speeches and all positive. So he knew that internally, inside, that he knew eventually that connection would happen. Just so fortunate that we had an opportunity to get these guys the way things laid out. Like, family, look how it ended up. We knew Marcus Williams wasn't coming back. We knew that we wasn't going to match his money. We said as much. You look at Malcolm Jenkins, who was the guy we were looking at. Malcolm Jenkins retires and opens up a position for Tyrann Mathieu to come here. Many ways I feel, and a lot of people feel with me, even though I like Malcolm Jenkins, Tyrann Mathieu is an upgrade. So, I mean, you look at what Jarvis Landry is to the Saints wide receiver room, which many people, including myself, would agree that wide receiver was an issue coming into this offseason. He fits an immediate need there, as well as provide insurance if Mike Thomas has a setback or two. Hopefully, we know he won't, but just in case, right? So what's special about this is the fact that these are two impact LSU Tiger local kids that's coming to the Saints to help them, to elevate them to levels beyond. Now, to a degree, we know internally as the Who Dat Nation, the Great Saint Think Tank, what this means to the city of New Orleans and to this team. They don't, because they don't know the team like you do. You see what I'm saying? They're not close to the team. They don't know the team like you do. But from a perspective of talent and meshing, this is huge because both of them impact players on both sides of the ball. The Odell Beckham thing is starting to pick up steam because he's out there. He did what he wanted to do, which was to go to the Rams. He picked the Rams over the Saints at the time because many people thought the quarterback situation, right? So he went out there and it worked out because it was a good decision. He ended up, ultimately he got hurt, but he helped the Rams, get into this, into the playoffs. And then of course they won the Super Bowl and he did get a trophy as a member of that team. Now that he accomplished that, McVay and all these what these buffoons are saying is that they feel that he will go back to the Rams to try to repeat that thing. A lot of people not sure about that. You accomplish that, what's the next move? And it's a movement going on. One person doing one thing is another thing, but then you see another guy in that same way. It's a movement. And it's a movement after Sean Payton moved up out of here, because I would guarantee you that this would not be going on if Sean Payton was the head coach of the team. I'm sorry to tell our Sean Payton lovers out there, but number one, you'd have been hard pressed to get me to accept the fact that Payton signs Mathieu and Jarvis Landry, two former LSU Tigers, to the team in this manner. It wouldn't have happened. We've been knowing Coach Payton 4 years. He wouldn't have done that. His hesitance to sign LSU players, whether they draft them or sign them. We didn't have that many impact LSU players. And then the year he leaves, you get two of them, probably your best slot weapon ever. And then Tyrann Mathieu, he speaks for himself. But that doesn't stop it. This is a movement and other Tigers could come. So that's what some of these talking points are about what these guys are mentioning about, that they'll go to the Rams. See, they don't understand the connections, the ties that bind. We know these, the LSU family members, they don't even approach that angle because they have no concept of that. They don't. These are corporate pitchmen that's given the script and they tend to not veer off that script. But anyway, the reality is this is a movement unto itself, man, and a really powerful one at that. I just want to show you that. We're going to bounce back to that to this topic in just a moment. But first, before we do that, let's go ahead and catch on and finish up and hit it with the top topic, which is the Jameis Winston progressing in his knee injury. Rehab by Tyler Conway of Bleacher Report, writing this article based on a tweet from Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, who reported that he's begun planting and throwing off play action passes, and the current plan is for him to be ready for the start of training camp. And it's no secret, Jameis Winston has done a phenomenal job, and I've said that before, family. I'm saying it before about Jameis Winston. He said it before, and we played it on the previous stream when he was on the NFL network, when Rich Eisen and the other guy and Coach Mariucci were interviewing Jameis Winston. We played that interview a few shows ago, and he was talking about him being ready. He said, I'm ready to go right now. Now, he wasn't being facetious or talking in jest. Jameis Winston is ahead of schedule, and we've watched, how many videos have we played here on the Sports Coma, fam, of Jameis Winston working out? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Jameis Winston feels like he's ahead of schedule, and you listen to his tone during that interview, very stern, you know, on point, not playing with him, not yipping and yapping with him, because he knows that the dynamic of it. And we played this on the previous stream with Mina. You know, she was talking about Jameis Winston, not believing him. Stephen A. Smith was saying all of the trash that he was saying, which was just, he went back to 30 interceptions. That's how dumb that guy is. He's just a moron, complete loudmouth, a barbershop loudmouth, non-fact telling, balding bastard. That's what that guy is, because it's just ridiculous. It's sad. How do you go back to 30 interceptions? And that was 3 years ago. Jameis is in a total new system. So that is the talking point of the national people, who are the Jameis haters, that the Saints are a championship team, but they don't have a championship quarterback. They've said that. I've played that, and I can play more from these people, but if you can stomach it. But the reality is, Jameis Winston doesn't have to play at a quarterback at the Super Bowl quarterback level for the Saints to go to the Super Bowl. Only thing Jameis has to do is do what he did last year. That's all. You know, did you hear me? That's all he has to do is what he did last year. But see, the recollections, he has to be a Super Bowl on a Super Bowl level. No, he doesn't. Jameis do exactly what he did last year. Don't get hurt. The Saints go to the Super Bowl. You know? It's just, I can't explain it any better than that. I mean, he doesn't, 14 touchdowns versus 3 interceptions, 5-2 record. That was with young wide receivers, top guys was missing, tight end room still developing. You had Elvin Kamara there, but outside of that, not too much. Remember, Ingram didn't come along until later. They didn't get what's his name, Stills until later or whatever. But they had mostly guys like Chris Hogan and our young guys, Marquez Callaway, Deontay Hardy, and figuring it out in the wide receiver room with Mike Thomas. At first, Mike was supposed to come back at the middle of the season. He had a setback, and then he missed the entire season. So the Saints was doing that with young wide receiver play with Jameis Winston, and he still was able to do that. They don't count that. You know why? Because they don't do no homework. They don't do any research. That's why it's so easy to destroy these guys. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, let's keep it going. So and he reported that he's planting and throwing off of that, off that foot. So, I mean, off that leg. So that's terrific. So, and he's saying throwing off of play action passes. So that's a lot of movement in there. And Winston suffered a torn ACL during Week 8's win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If he's ready for the beginning of training camp, that would have Winston fully recovered in almost 9 months. He's already said several times, we played it on the show, that he is ahead of schedule. You see, now I don't know how many of his videos I played with him working out, running in the hyperbolic running machine or whatever you want to call it. He was doing all of that, seeing him walking and, you know, and doing this stuff and all this. He's ahead of schedule. By his own count and his doctor's account, they're saying that Jameis is operating well, which is right around the end of the typical time frame. It's likely the Saints will be more comfortable putting Jameis into early practices because quarterbacks rarely take any level of contact in practice, as is. The number of QBs who've suffered major injuries during training camp are few and far in between. It's possible, if not likely, that New Orleans still holds Winston out early preseason action while he gets acclimated. It could be they could take a consistent or a patient approach with him early on. Saints signed him to a 2-year, $28 million deal in March after losing out on Watson sweepstakes. And then, family, have y'all been keeping up with what's going on with Deshaun Watson? My goodness, have y'all been keeping an eye on that stuff? I was reading some stuff earlier about him literally admitting that one of the masseuses that came to his house was crying after a massage, excuse me. And my goodness, I don't know where it goes, but this is something else, hearing all that. But anyway, if Winston's able to return and perform at the level he was last season, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions with a 102.8 passer rating, let's not forget that, he'll be one of the sport's biggest bargains on the center. That said, if there's a drop-off in performance, Winston is always one of the high variant quarterbacks in the NFL. The Saints may find themselves trying to lure big fish again next season. No, Jameis Winston will be fine. He will be fine. Jameis Winston just needs to stay healthy. And remember, you'd have had a great year this past season, fam, if it wasn't for a dirty play that hurt him. So it's almost like when they write these articles, they just lie by omission. You get what I'm saying? They lie by omission. Like they'll just omit certain facts and paint him like, oh, he's just injury or he's fragile. No, White pulled him down by the back of his jersey and hurt him. When he was scrambling, he was having a fantastic game too. The guy drags him down by the back of his jersey. He didn't grab the collar, but he grabbed the nameplate. That should be illegal. Thank you, Black Man Preacher. Man, sports fan Khalif says, Q, I'm looking to go back to average 30 points, going back to average 30 points or better with Jameis. Yeah, well, you got the weapons, bro. So yeah, usually when you have these type of weapons, bro, circulating, oh yeah. Yeah, we need to get back up there, man. And of course, remember, it was fun watching. The best part of the offense last year, fam, was the return of the deep ball. Remember that, fam? When he was throwing that deep ball out there to Deontay Hardy, laying it out there, throwing it to Callaway. We was like, yes, this is the quick strike ability of the Saints are back with Jameis Winston there. And like I said, he's one of the top accurate deep ball throwers in the NFL is Jameis Winston. He loves doing it. Remember, he was working all season with most of the young wide receivers like Deontay Harris-Harty and Marquez Callaway, Traquan Smith. He was working with them all season to build a chemistry. He would have been doing that this year had he not been needing to rehab. So Jameis Winston, man, last year would have had career stats. I don't think he would have caught that 5,000 yard mark that he did with Tampa Bay, but I'm pretty sure he was on par to have more than 30 touchdowns last year and a very low interception rate. You can't say 30 interceptions. That was Bruce Aaron's system. You cannot say that about Jameis Winston in Coach Payton's system, which will be ran more conservatively, I believe, by Pete Carmichael, his number one acolyte, not named Drew Brees. So anyway, that's on the Jameis. That's good news for the Who Dat Nation. But, we kind of, and it's good to hear that story because we knew that, and that just makes us even more, happy or more satisfied because we've been following Jameis Winston's injury progression this entire offseason. And all he's done is put his videos up. All he's done is come on shows and they ask him about it and he tell them I'm ahead of schedule. You see him being ahead of schedule. You see him doing the things that he needs to do. And he said he was going to be ready when training camp started and he's true to his word. So Jameis Winston's got the money. He's got the job. And listen, another thing, because, it's Jameis Winston came here, fam. And that's why, like, at first, and y'all know before he came, I was like, I don't want that dude here because the Jameis we have, it wasn't the same Jameis that was in Tampa Bay. That dude was a different dude. He was immature. He was doing all of the crazy shit out there. Remember, he was down here. He poked when he wasn't even playing. He was poking Lattimore in the back of the helmet. Then Mike Evans then speared him from behind. Remember that? When Cam sacked him, he grabbed his face mask and slammed Cam's head into the ground for him to get all this stuff. Jameis Winston, I was like, man, I don't want that dude down here. But when he came, but he changed. And that's when won me over with Jameis Winston was the fact that he changed who he was. He got married. He became more mature. He took the game seriouser than he ever did it before. And we watched that progression happen because he didn't just come in here and start pouting because he was a number one overall draft pick, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback out of college. Jameis Winston was a third string quarterback on that first year down here, wasn't he, family? Third string. Then he sat behind, he played a couple of games, and then he sat behind Taysom Hill, who he knew he was better than, but he never complained. He just stayed working and stayed, mentoring and stayed positive. Inside, he wasn't one of these negative people like that asshole Tannehill. It ain't my job to mentor him. It ain't my job. But Big Low, what's up, fam? He says, da-da-da-da. That's a Superman chat. Can we get a Mickey? Can we get a Mickey Loomis? All right, thank you, Lowell, for the super chat, my brother. Thank you. Talk to Dennis. Hey, Lowell, thank you for your super chat, Lowell. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Much love, Big Low. All right. So and that's the thing. And we watched Jameis Winston, fam. He didn't pout, did he? The man got down and he worked his way up from the ground up. Remember, he was a third stringer. Fam, he was making $1 million that first year. Y'all remember that? When that agent signed that contract, he fired the agent like a month or so later. But y'all remember, fam, he was making like 1.1. They had third string backup quarterbacks in the NFL. You didn't even know their name was making $2-3 million more than Jameis Winston. They never seen the field. Third string quarterbacks were making $2 to $3 million more, $2 million more. But did he complain? Jameis Winston came back the next year. He worked his way up. He knew that he stayed positive. He stayed mentoring. He stayed serious. He redeveloped his game, got serious about the game, got married, had the LASIK, started working with teammates, and he earned a lot of respect because he knew that he was in the prime of his career. So I have a lot of respect because I watched his progression as a Saint, and I realized it's not the same quarterback that he was in Tampa Bay, obviously. So, I mean, that's why when we talk about his steps to become the starting quarterback of the Saints in his third year when he finally got the money, you think you're going to let an injury stop him? Look how ferociously and dedicated he has been to getting healthy again. You can see the disappointment on his face when he got hurt, but he knew that was a road he had to fight, and he fought to get healthy again to run that offense. So you got to respect a person with that kind of physical and actual spiritual and mental resolve to stay on code and make that happen. You got to respect that. You've got to. So, I mean, he changed as a Saint. And like I've always told people, fam, in the NFC South, fam, when we did the NFC South breakdowns and we had the Tampa Bay brothers on there, remember what I told them. I said, Jameis Winston went to Tampa Bay as their savior, but Jameis Winston came to New Orleans to be saved. He came in, he took the QB college or the QB university under Sean Payton and Drew Brees. He came here because he knew he needed that instruction, that toolage that he never received at that level. But he got that. He went through that school and went through the patient school, went through all these different schools, and it made him made him a solid man, a solid player, and more of a leader in the Saints building. And that's how he came to fruition, while a lot of people riding with Jameis because they watched his progressions up close and personal. And I just got to give him credit because I didn't like Jameis Winston. And when I was like, I don't want him down here. But when he changed and you've seen him change and start doing these things differently, then I was like, okay, this guy is serious about winning. So, I mean, Jameis is the quarterback, man. Now is the time. He won't let nothing stop him. And I promise you this year, man, he's going to really shake up a lot of hatred and get that crap out of here about that 30-30, that dumbass Stephen A. Smith keep throwing up in people's face. All right, let's move on, fam. So, yeah, Jameis, man, good news on him. Saints under the cap by $9.6 million after signing Tyrann Mathieu and Jarvis Landry in the 2022 draft class. Family, let me just say this. The Saints this year under Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis when Sean Payton, I have to keep saying that because we had Coach Payton for years. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate you, bro. Roy says Winston stayed humble and he definitely going to ball out this season. It's going to be nasty. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate your super chat, my brother. Thank you. And Lowell's in the building, so I got to bust that. That's a Superman chat. Oh, that's a Superman chat. I don't know. I might have to start answering the super chats in Mickey, man. I think Lola started some shit. Anyway, let's keep it moving, man. Saints under the cap by $9.6 million. Listen, fam, all I can tell y'all, man, is this, fam. Dude, the Saints have this season under Dennis Allen and Mickey. It's been absolutely beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. And it just shows you what more did the Saints need to go through this season to show you that they were serious. All of the stuff. Fam, this is one of these most eventful off seasons that I can remember. Sean Payton, a coach for years with the black and gold, steps away, shocking the Who Dat Nation. Many felt that he'll leave. Some were shocked by it. Myself, I said, man, it's too cushiony of a gig for him to step away. But he did. But that was enough to spin you after losing Coach Payton. But then all of the other dramas that came, the larger and smaller dramas that came out of it, fam, who gonna be the offensive coordinator? It wasn't Pete Carmichael at first. Pete says, no, I don't want to be the OC. I want to just be a smaller coach in the system. And then the Saints had to scramble to find an offensive coordinator. Y'all remember that? Then ultimately Pete Carmichael came back around and said, I'll take it. After the Saints went on a offensive coordinator search. Y'all remember that? Then it was the fact that the Saints had a difficult decision who would be the defensive coordinator. What did Dennis Allen do? He did co-coordinators. I don't know if that's ever been a thing in the NFL. I personally don't remember any team doing co-coordinators before. You had a coordinator and you had a top assistant, or you had like what Dennis Allen was when he came back from the Raiders. He was made a defensive, analyst? Was it an analyst or something like that? Or it was a title that Coach Payton gave him, but it wasn't like a co-coordinator. He was like a defensive consultant or something to that effect. But they did a new age thing. Well, not new age, but kind of new. What they did was they named co-coordinators, Ryan Nielsen and Coach Richard, as coordinators together. That was really a really smart move there. Then they begin to fill out the roster. They bring Doug Marrone back as the offensive line coach. They get that. They hit Cody Burns and get him out of University of Tennessee to be the new wide receiver coach, fresh blood, hoping he'll have the same transition and effect like Ryan Nielsen had when he came from the South Carolina, the Wolfpack, when he came from the Wolfpack and came here as a straight out of college a defensive player, a defensive coach. They're hoping to strike fire with Cody Burns again, who's a smart player. So, all of these things, even to the medical staff, when they brought Rhea from the Alabama Crimson Tide, who has a specialty with these soft tissue injuries that can help the Saints players stay on the field more. So we had a lot of great moves. Then the on the field moves. At first, getting all the defensive personnel out the way, family members saying, Q, where the offensive signings? And then, the Saints being diligent. The draft comes, the Saints do the draft. Then the movement during the draft and all that stuff. All this was going on, not to mention the Saints in free agency was chasing Deshaun Watson. He gave him a loop and all this stuff. Then between that was the Elvin Kamara stuff going on, we had to deal with. Then the draft came, the solid draft. Saints got who they wanted to get. Behind the draft, they got the Honey Badger and Juice. They brought them in here. So, it was the Saints took a very tenuous situation and just mellowed it out and just cruise controlled that thing, man. So, you got to give Dennis Allen them credit. This was an eventful offseason, and the Saints just went straight through the damn water, right through choppy waters, really smooth, man. They didn't budge or nothing. So, I got to give them credit, man. You got to give them credit. But anyway, the all season in the red, the Saints started, and not to mention the money, fam. We started the all season in the red by $70+ million. And the Saints were able to get the money down to be able to do it. And they still got money after signing Tyrann Mathieu and Juice. You hear what I just said? Did you hear me? Hear me. But New Orleans Saints, after clearing more than $100 million in salary cap commitments for the second year in a row, the Saints family, over the last 2 years, the Saints had a $180 million deficit, both years combined, actually a little bit more than that. But the Saints were able to get into compliant cap situation, make moves during the draft, make moves in the offseason. And people really didn't see the Saints as a Super Bowl team until next year when the cap situation, because they seen cap hell last year and this year. And then when you come up out of it, you would then bam, bam, bam. But the Saints changed the whole dynamic and expedited the time frame for the championship by making a series of moves this year, culminating with the leaving of Teron Armstead. They put Penning there. They bring Penning in. Ramczyk should be moved to that blind side. That's a whole nother discussion. Marcus Williams goes, Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus Mays comes in. Of course, he still had that DUI thing he has to deal with, but they still have a lot of depth behind him. So it's just so much, man, the Saints have done this year. That was just, I got to give them all the credit in the world, man. How they just how they just went through all of the toughness that they went through and just came out of it smelling like a rose. They found key weapons on both sides of the ball, landed big additions in 22 draft class. After all, signing all of those deals, they still sit almost $10 million underneath the cap. Over the cap's record, have the Saints at 12.6, but that doesn't reflect the small charge for Jarvis Landry, who, remember, has a 1-year deal up to $6 million. Base is $3 million for Jarvis. The Saints' newest free agent pickups, all-pro safety Tyrann Mathieu, 3.4 against the cap. Pro safety, Pro Bowl receiver Jarvis Landry, $3 million, plus the entire 22 draft class at $8.3 million, and cap hits for receiver Chris Olave, Trevor Pinion, cornerback Alontae Taylor, DeMarco Jackson, and defensive lineman Jordan Jackson combined for just over $14.7 million collectively. New Orleans has done a remarkable job restructuring the team-friendly deals for the impact free agent signings, benefited from their patient approach on the open market, letting the market dictate the value of the players, and then when they like what they see, they pounce. They did it with Tyrann Mathieu, they did it with Jarvis Landry, they'll do it with Quan Alexander. They're letting the market set the value of the players. You don't do that all the time, but the Saints are aware enough to know when to do it and when not to do it. And they're doing a good job of seeing the difference. They've done a remarkable job, man. A remarkable job. All right. Thank you, Digi Denny. Thank you, family, for hitting that subscribe button. Much love to Digi Denny. We in the building. Much love. Appreciate you, fam. All right. So now with over $12 million remaining, the Saints could look for another LSU reunion. There you go. By bringing back free agent linebacker Quan Alexander, LSU. It's a movement now. Listen. Sean Payton's no longer there to block well, he did bring in Quan Alexander. Let's give him credit for trading for Quan from the 49ers. Let's give Coach Payton credit for that, because he did do that. He was an impact player on the defense. Let's not forget Quan Alexander. But to have a movement of Tigers like this, when absolutely not. He'd never seen that before. Not saying that he couldn't or wouldn't have done it, but during the time that he was here, I never seen it. Been covering the Saints for how many years now? I hadn't. If it's Ohio State players, yeah. But if it's these guys, hell no. Not LSU guys. But, man, it's a movement now. Let's say it together. It's a movement. It's the LSU movement. Quan Alexander will return. Jarvis Landry here, Tyrann Mathieu. And you might get the Williams, the running back, too. It's a movement. All right, Andy said LSU reunion by bringing linebacker Quan Alexander. This would be a move that helps shore up the depth of the defense second level, but they could also choose to roll the majority of these funds over as insurance for an injury reserve addition throughout the season and to carry into 2023 as the cap management measures ahead of the next offseason. Returning Alexander could continue the momentum of what's turned into be a very exciting offseason, but the less exciting decision to roll money into next year is pragmatic and a wise one. So I agree with that. And the Saints will not spend all of their money. They need some more money just in case some things happen. But after all of their signings, and Quan Alexander won't cost them a lot of money. I promise you, won't. And the big signings are not there. Now, I don't know about Odell Beckham Jr. That's a whole nother thing altogether. Because right now the Saints don't really, I ain't going to say need, because you can never have too many good wide receivers. But right now every position is set. So trying to get OBJ, I don't know about all that. But anyway, really good article, and that's by our dog, Ross Jackson. Ross, fantastic article, man. And once again, Ross is really good at classifying stuff, laying it out. Meticulous mind, the brain of brother Ross Jackson. Done a really terrific job on this article. Keep him up, Ross. That was a good article, man. All right, and then we move on to the signing of Odell Beckham Jr. is the exact sort of overkill the Saints should pursue. And this is coming from his co-writer over there, Dylan Sanders, who did a pretty good job as well. So, yeah, keep it coming, guys. New Orleans Saints have nearly $10 million left in salary cap space this season. They should spend that money wisely, but the best move may be an investment on yet another hometown reunion by bringing in Isidore Newman's graduate Odell Beckham Jr. Would that be a filling need? Not really, but there's definitely something to add outside of what he would bring as a receiver. Now, a lot of people foaming at the mouth because Jarvis Landry, remember, we covered this on the short stream when I was out on the road, and we talked about that Landry is attempting to recruit Odell Beckham to come here. Now, of course, you know these guys played together in Cleveland. They were a dynamic duo in Cleveland. And yes, it is true. And that's what LSU guys do. When you got, it's like Ohio State. Let's make a run at it. We got all these Ohio State guys to get these LSU guys in here, man. And these are impact LSU guys, all of them. Jarvis is going to be a starter. You got your boy back there, Tyrann Mathieu. He's going to be a starter. When Quine comes back, he's going to be a starter. So all these are impact LSU Tigers that are going to come in and help the team. And Odell Beckham Jr., he goes back to the Rams? I mean, but Jarvis Landry saying, say, OBJ, how about black and gold, bro? You from here. Why not? And that's an enticement because all of these guys grew up Saints guys. So it's an enticement to wear their helmet. And you seen Jarvis' face when he put that hat. But you go back, we played the interviews. You go back and watch the faces of the interviews when Jarvis and Tyrann Mathieu put the hat on. You should have seen their face lit the hell up. These guys grew up loving the black and gold. And when they signed to the black and gold and put the hat on, they were ecstatic. They were ecstatic, man, to play for the black and gold. And that's what we have. Anyway, let's keep it going there. Thank you, Pepperboy9, for hitting the subscribe button. Much love, fam. Appreciate ya. Much love to you. And welcome to the fam, Pepperboy. All right. So let's keep it going. It said that, where was I at? Okay, then he would have come and understand that he would be behind Mike Thomas, Chris Olave, and Jarvis Landry on the depth chart, and better established receivers like Callaway, Harty, and Traquan Smith in the rotation. Ahead of him, early on, not having a ton of room for targets there, barring injury, Beckham himself likely won't be ready to play until October or early November from his knee injury sustained in the Super Bowl. So that is a talking point right there, fam, to think about this, that won't be to October and November. That's in the crutch of the season, right? So it's like, or early on, no, but what does it look like then? You know, when you're in November and October, around those times, is C-19 lurking about, or injuries somewhere around in there? You get what I'm saying? So it might not seem feasible right now because the guy is still injured and he won't be ready until that time frame. So right now, you say if he was healthy right now and going into camp against these guys, you're like, well, no. But what does it look like then? That's the critical question to the Great Saint Think Tank. Let me pose that. Y'all answer that in the chat. What does it look like? I know it's hard to kind of look down that road, but we all know what the season looked like in November, October, November, in that area. What does it look like? Are we dealing with C-19? Are we dealing with injuries at the position? It is in the rate in terms of the idea of giving him an opportunity to come here. With all that it raises a bit when you factor that in. Right now, you can see it right now because it's not there. You know, these guys are healthy going in there, but what happens later on down the line? That's the question. So anyway, let's keep it going. That was a good point right there. He wouldn't have had to rush back immediately to step into a feature role because his body isn't ready. His role body is ready for that kind of workload. He's ready. Despite the loaded receiving room, Beckett seems eager to join the team as he committed on Landry's. He commented on his post announcing he would be joining the Saints and quoting directly, "Takey me home, slime." So Beckham and Landry are close friends dating back to their time as roommates at LSU, continued in the NFL playing together with the Browns. So I mean, it's not like this is not something that happened before. The Saints approached Odell Beckham last year. And he made the decision to go to the Rams, which was a good decision, despite the fact that I don't like the Rams, but I have to give him credit because they won the bowl, right? The Rams won the Super Bowl. He got a ring because of that decision. I think if Jameis Winston was healthy, I think he would have chose the Saints. This is just me. You know, ultimately, it happened the way it happened, but he has gotten a ring. He can ultimately make a decision at that time. Thank you, Isaiah, for hitting the subscribe button. Much love to you, brother Isaiah. Much love, fam. Welcome to the family, all our new subscribers. Thank y'all. So, I mean, yes, he flirted with the idea, but backed away because he wanted the bowl. He won the bowl. Okay. Now, he getting up in age right there. Is it this time we thinking, okay, is the Saints an option? We'll have to wait and see down the line. But, man, you got Jarvis Landry, who he loves Jarvis. You got Tyrann Mathieu here. You're going to get Quan Alexander. You got all those guys pulling you to come home. Dude, You done everything in the NFL except for come home to the Saints, who they all grew up as Saints family members. So, I mean, it's just another alluring piece at the same time. But adding Beckham would be a great piece to the locker room, despite whatever the media narrative from Cleveland tried to get spread, as he would be surrounded by friends and family. A talented veteran who fits the vibe of being molded is never a bad thing. He's also the best remaining piece of insurance that will have a talented position if something were to happen further up in the depth chart. We don't know exactly what happened. What if a setback, and I'm not putting this on Mike, but setbacks and things happen during the season. We watched it. Two of our core Saints members, Mike Thomas and Will Lutz, both had setbacks physically and could not finish the season out. What if, and I'm not wishing it on them, but I'm saying in football, things happen, setbacks happen. What if that occurred? Well, you had an impact player in the wide receiver room is dealing with injuries. What then? So it's open is what I'm saying, especially at that time frame. So realistically, given his injury and the state of the depth chart, he'd be looking at somewhere between 20 to 40 targets in total. His impact, however, could be much more than that. Let's see if the Saints are on the same page. Could you imagine the Jameis Winston throwing a touchdown, a deep ball to Odell Beckham Jr.? Could you imagine that shit? Family, could you imagine that? That Odell Beckham just getting deep touchdown passes from Jameis Winston. You might not have to imagine that too far. When he comes back off injuries, I'm telling you, when you got Jarvis Landry, that's one of his best friends, pulling on him to come to the black and gold. Man, look at here, man. Mike Thomas has got Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry pulling on Odell Beckham Jr. All I know is that it's an energy about the Saints, man, that everybody outside the Who Dat Nation don't yet recognize. But when they hit the field, you already know the defense is lights out. Y'all already know that. The Saints offense, man, with weapons in place, even what we have now with Chris Olave and and Jarvis and the progression, Michael come back healthy, and then the progressions of guys like Deontay Harty and Marquez Callaway, LeJardan Humphrey, and so on and so forth. The Saints are going to really shock a lot of people, family. I just got to keep it real. I'm just excited about that. All right, let's go over to the Saints News Network, and our good friend Bob Rose is dropping a scoop over there. Much love to Brother Bob and Brother Kyle Mosley, as they're brothers, some hardworking brothers at the Saints News Network. Find them, look them up, fam, and share their articles, please. Saints could bolster running back position with free agent Darrell Williams after adding LSU stars Tyrann Mathieu and Jarvis Landry. New Orleans could eye up another local product to strengthen their running back room. All very true. All very true. It's like the song I say, ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is witch, the witch is dead. What's up, Sydney? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Comfortable views. Who that to you? Comfortable views. Much love. All right, Tuck Graph, I see you, fam. Much love. But yeah, this is the thing, man, about it. It's a movement, family. One player, Tyrann Mathieu, Jarvis Landry, he's trying to get Odell Beckham Jr. here when he gets healthy. You got Williams sitting out there, Quan Alexander. You're going to have as many LSU Tigers as you have Ohio State guys here, man. All within the circumference of a year. Saints have signed 2 former LSU stars since the conclusion of the draft. Pro Bowl safety Tyrann Mathieu and wide receiver Jarvis Landry deepened 2 positions of strength for the team. A third LSU product, Quan Alexander, could be brought back to the squad at the right price. Alexander would bolster the depth of a rather thin linebacker unit, another position that has a glaring lack of proven depth at the running back position. Now, I do like Tony Jones Jr., but this guy Williams, man, he looked really good for the Chiefs last year. When their top back went down, he came in and handled the rock for him and looked really good. Williams would be a tremendous back to bring in to help the Saints. He's the exact style of runner that Dennis Allen likes too. A quick, twitchy, hard runner, powerful running back. But let's hear what Brother Bob Rose says about him. All right, check out this. 27-year-old Williams played collegiately at LSU despite 1,113 yards from scrimmage and 19 touchdowns after 4 years, including 1,151 yards and 9 scores in 2017. He was not selected in the 2018 draft. Williams signed with the Chiefs as an undrafted rookie. He's a native of Marrero. He saw action in 6 games as a rookie in 2018. He totaled 57 scrimmage yards on 16 touches and scored once. Damian Williams, no relation, led the Chiefs rushing game during the Super Bowl team in 2019, but Williams contributed 141 rushing yards and 167 more as a receiver while scoring 4 touchdowns. Now, Damian Williams opted out of the 2020 season because of the C-19 and was released following the offseason, but our Williams, former LSU teammates Clyde Edwards-Helaire, led the Chiefs in rushing during the AFC Championship season of 2020. He contributed 169 yards on the ground, 116 more through the air, and Williams wouldn't get his first career start until the 21 divisional round game against the Browns. He responded with a career-high 78-yard rushing campaign in the Kansas City win. Injuries and ineffectiveness limited Clyde Edwards-Helaire in 21, so Williams stepped up to lead the Chiefs in rushing. He had he had 558 yards with 6 touchdowns. He also added 47 catches for 452 yards with 2 touchdowns. All were career high marks. He received a career best 88 rushing yard game during the Week 17 matchup at Cincinnati. He's 5'11", about 225, and he does his best work between the tackles. He runs with a low center of gravity, makes decisive cuts into the line. His bruising running style makes him an effective short yardage option. Over a third of his 237 rushing attempts have resulted in a first down or a touchdown. Now, Williams he averages almost 4 yards per rush in his career, picking up 912 yards on the ground, scoring 10 touchdowns over 4 seasons. He's a capable receiver out the backfield. He has 83 catches for 762 yards and 4 touchdowns. While not a breakaway threat, Williams is a thumper that consistently moves the chains. He was also a reliable option on checkdowns and screens for the Chiefs offense that relied on that pass. Once in space, he's adept at breaking one-on-one tackles and fights for extra yardage. Williams adds another viable option to the Saints' backfield. With depth concerns, Kamara is a focal point of the Saints' offense, but could be facing league suspension for an off-season arrest in Vegas. Behind Kamara, you got the 11-year veteran Mark Ingram, the franchise all-time leading rusher. Ingram is still an effective weapon, but can no longer carry the load by himself for an extended period. Outside of Ingram, undrafted rookie Abram Smith and former undrafted backs Devontae Zigbo and Tony Jones provide depth. Smith is unproven, while Zigbo and Jones have combined for just 180 career yards. The Saints have loaded up on offense with the return of Mike Thomas and QB Jameis Winston from injuries, drafting of Chris Olave and Pinion, and signing of Jarvis Landry. Williams could be another viable tool in Jameis Winston's arsenal. Most importantly, he provides bona fide backfield production, especially if Kamara is out for a prolonged period of time. So, well said by Bob, once again laying out the truth in the matter on Williams. And LSU guy fits Dennis Allen's style. Will not cost you a lot of money to bring in Williams. Like I said, it's an LSU movement going on, and every last one of the Tigers that they're bringing in is going to help the Saints in one way or another. Quan Alexander on defense, Tyrann Mathieu on defense, Jarvis Landry on offense, Williams in the running back room. And these guys are going to come cheap. They won't cost you a boatload of cash to land Darrell Williams. And the Saints should be looking in that way because he fits the style that Dennis Allen talked about. A bruising running back, power running guy, fights for extra yardage, averages 4 yards per carry. I like that, man. I really do. Good article, Bob. Appreciate that. And, of course, we talk about the Saints announced roster moves. This happened the other day. We covered this on TSC Q&A Live. The Saints announced today they have signed unrestricted free agent center guard Josh Andrews, rookie free agent defensive tackle Josh Black, and placed linebacker Sharif Finch on the IR. The announcements were made by y'all know who it is. Andrews, who's a 6'2", 298-pound, originally signed with the Eagles as an undrafted free agent out of Oregon State in 2014. He played in 42 regular season games with 4 starts with the Eagles. He had some time with the Colts, Jets, kind of a journeyman, and with the Falcons. So Big Lo can tell us a little bit about this, brother. Give me a short breakdown of Josh Andrews in the chat, Lo, if you're still in here, bro. All right, so and he's the guy that appeared in 2 games for Atlanta in 21 prior to the NFL career. Andrews played 4 seasons at Oregon, where he appeared in 39 games, 32 starts, including 30 at left guard to end his collegiate career. And this is Josh Andrews, like it's showing 6'2", 300 pounds. It says center guard guy. Saints picking up the veteran, 7-year vet to the Saints offensive line, trying to see what he can do. Black, who's the defensive guy, he's a 6'3", defensive lineman, 290 pounds, appeared in 60 games with 48 starts for the Orangemen from 2016 to 21. He is also a guy that tallied 55 tackles, 24 stops for a loss. He had 8 sacks, 2 fumbles, recoveries, an interception, 2 block kicks with Orange. He was pretty active there. In 21, Black started all 12 games at defensive tackle, recording 35 tackles, 18 solos, 6 stops for a loss, a split sack, and earned honorable mention for All ACC. Black participated in the Saints rookie minicamp this past weekend on a trial basis. And word on the street, he really impressed them. All right, thank you, brother Pat Rich, for your super chat. Fam says, do you think Sean made a deal with Urban at the Chop House, draft Ohio State? You you win a championship, ask for a friend. Do you think Sean made a deal with Urban? I don't know. It sure feel like it, don't it, brother Pat Rich? For some people, that's constantly always. We always notice that, man. Damn. I know you like to pick your apples from Ohio State, but why would you spend all that money, especially how high gas is now, to go way up there? They look at Ohio State guys all the time when the LSU Tigers were churning out guys that were either at the level of some of these Ohio State guys or better. I mean, we can't. Thank you, Dirty South, for hitting the subscribe button. Dirty South 2821. Thank you, fam, for hitting the subscribe button. Welcome on in. Welcome to the family. So yeah, brother Pat, but you might have a point. I mean, if something was going on, man, because I mean, it was just almost ridiculous how many Ohio State guys we kept getting, So you could see Dennis Allen did get Chris Olave there, but you could see more of a local movement of LSU. So this immediately shifted, didn't it, family? Like when LSU guys, look, it's like the doors open. Come on in, LSU, come on in. And you getting some impactful LSU guys. I mean, really good players, Pro Bowlers that's coming to the team, and impact players from LSU that's coming to the team. So you might have a point on that, brother Pat Rich. Something was going on with that little movement, but LSU was turning out some really good players during that period of time. I'm talking about really good, man. Jamar Chase. I mean, name me a receiver, man, in the last several years that came out. The next couple of years that came out where Jamar Chase was better than Jamar Chase of LSU or Jordan Jefferson. Look at these guys at LSU. These was 2 of the guys you could have had if you really wanted them. You see what I'm saying? But we go to Ohio State and pick up, whoever we want, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But good to see that the Saints are paying attention to LSU. That's all I know. And that's 2 of the moves right there, fam, that they did as well. So very positive there. And then, of course, finally, the Saints waive another undrafted rookie, former Penn State offensive lineman Eric Wilson. So they just picked up a linebacker, Eric Wilson. They released another linebacker. The Saints have followed up on the release of linebacker Joel DeBlanco by letting go another undrafted rookie, this time offensive lineman Eric Wilson out of Penn State, not to be confused with the free agent Eric Wilson, who's new to the Saints but is not coming from the Houston Texans last season. Like DeBlanco, Wilson signed a typical 3-year rookie deal with the Saints. He wasn't selected during the 22 NFL draft, which carried little to no guarantee money, participating in the rookie camp, and was competing with fellow first-year player Derek Schwieger, Lewis Kidd, and Sage Doxtater for a spot. There are also current rotational guards in Josh Andrews, Kelvin Throckmorton, Forrest Lamp that could be in the mix. Watch out for Forrest Lamp too, fam. Former second-round draft pick from the Chargers, who's with the Saints. Dude had some injuries years past, but is getting acclimated to the Saints offense. Watch out for Forrest Lamp to kind of push a bit. We'll see. The Saints do have a track record of keeping undrafted offensive linemen around for a while, such as the previously mentioned Kelvin Throckmorton. Ethan Greenwich might not make it, but also Wilson will be looking for his next NFL opportunity. So, yes, indeed, the Saints doing the damn thing. Now, anyway, and finally, let's go over the Saints' unofficial depth chart, if you please. Let's go over that. All right, so as you can see right here, Jameis Winston's here, Andy Dalton behind him, Taysom Hill. Really, it should be Ian Book is right here as a third quarterback here. The running back, Kamara, Mark Ingram, Tony Jones Jr., Dwayne Washington, Devontae Zigbo, and Abram Smith. Of course, Earl Williams would be a good addition. In there, he has all that veteran experience, and he could push, kind of jump past a lot of these guys. If you talk about experience that he have a good opportunity to get some time if he came to New Orleans. So it really, really said, go to the tight end room, Troutman there with Taysom behind here. You got Nick Vannett and Juwan Johnson. And J.P. Holtz and Lucas Kroll are on the practice squad currently. But these guys, we're going to keep an eye on Kroll because We like McCraw, his potential. You look at the offensive linemen, you see Ryan Ramczyk, Cesar Ruiz, McCoy, Andrus, and Trevor Siemian there. Behind him is James Hurst, Forrest Lamp, Throckmorton, Landon Young, who we picked up last year in the draft. In the draft. And then you see other guys like veteran Gerald Hawkins and all the rest of the undrafted guys as well. Ethan Greenwich is there. And then you go to the wide receiver room. Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry. Behind them, Marquez Callaway, Traquan Smith, Deontay Harris-Harty, Kevin White, Quan Baker, the 7th-round draft pick from a year ago. Want to see what he can do out of South Alabama. Aesop Winston did a good job last year filling in for Deontay Harris-Harty when he was out with the suspension. And then you see Kirk Merritt here, DeJohn Dixon, the local product, and Rashid Shaheed, the fantastic return man this year. Could be this year's Deontay Harris-Harty. Could be Rashid Shaheed. It'd be fun to watch. And of course, our fullback, Adam Prentice. You go to the defensive side of the ball. You see Cam Jordan, David Onyemata, Shai Tuttle, Marcus Davenport. Behind them, Tanu Passanio, Kentavious Street, known as the Drew Brees Cruncher. And he did that. We brought him in. Malcolm Roach is there. Peyton Turner's healthy. Carl Granderson is back. Albert Huggins, Jordan Jackson, the 7th-round draft pick this year. You got Taco Charlton, the former Steeler and Cowboy, and Jaleel Johnson, the former Texan, is there. And then, of course, the linebacker called Demario Davis with Pete Werner there. And, of course, we will rest assured, fam, Quan Alexander will be back, so don't worry about it. Behind him, Zach Bowen, Caden Ellis, Eric Wilson, the veteran, DeMarco Jackson, the other Jackson draft pick we had. Sharif Finch was released. Andrew Dowell did well in a special team capacity for the Saints. You got Nephi Sewell. A lot of people keep an eye on him. Isaiah Pryor, undrafted guys. And then to the secondary, man. You see the secondary. Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adebo, Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus Mays, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. None better. None better. That's secondary. And people's talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Much love to the Philly family. But, man, our secondary is you know what. They talk about Philly and all this kind of old stuff with Darius Slay, and they just picked up the cornerback from what's his name? I forgot the man name. Bradbury. They got Bradbury. That's fine, and y'all are looking good, Philly. I got to give you credit. But look what the Saints got, man. Then behind him, Alante Taylor, Sorensen, who's mostly a special teams player. PJ Williams came back. Bradley Roberts restructured. He's going to come in better. And you see PJ can play multiple positions for him. You got the X Factor defensive back in Justin Evans, who was a former 2nd-round draft pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Several years ago, he was out of football the last couple of years due to injury. He's healthy, and a lot of people keep the eyes on Justin Evans, man. Watch out for that kid. JT Gray, special teams guy, coming off of a Pro Bowl as a special teams guy. You see a lot of practice squad guys like Jordan Miller, Bryce Thompson, who I like a lot. DeMarcus Fields, Smoke Monday, watch out for that kid as well. And you can see the rest of these guys here. And then, of course, the special teams. Blake Gillikin is punting you all the way into Europe from the U.S. Will Lutz is here as well. He's back from that core injury that he had last year. Will Lutz is healthy. We really missed him. He'll be back in the fold again. Got some other practice squad guys with Daniel Whelan and punter John Parker Romo, who could probably end up on the practice squad. The Saints, keeping the kicker doing the C-19 stuff and injuries is probably something that you would want to do. Zach Wood as a lone snapper, and you see the kick return game goes back to Deontay Harty, and Aesop Winston is there as well, and Rashid Shaheed could participate in that thing as well. So this is our unofficial depth chart, and that's constructed. This team looks like a Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl team here, fam. And the Saints and Quan is not on this team. Williams is a real bet for the Saints to have. And a few other people we're going to pick up to kind of solidify this thing. But look what you got here, man. You don't think you can overtake Tampa Bay and knock them off the pedestal? And they're weaker than what they were last year? The media think they the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, now and then to go over to do a quick recap. Saints rumors. Jameis Winston progressing the knee injury rehab ahead of camp. We covered that here from Bleacher Report. We also went over fantastic article by our boy Ross Jackson covering the Saints cap situation, delicately laid out the offseason. Signing Odell Beckham Jr. is the exact sort of overkill the Saints. We covered that real fun article right there. We also talked about Bob's article, Bob Rose from the Saints News Network, about running back Williams and the movement that LSU's creating in the building for the Saints. in announcing. The Saints also announced roster moves that occurred. We covered that as well and went into some of the guys that they ultimately signed. And also another article here, fam, just to brief you, the minicamp offseason workout dates for the family members that's saying what's next. Well, after this, the next group after the voluntary minicamp passed, the May to 24th to 26th for organized team activities will be going on 24th and 26th. So keep that on your schedule, family. 24th to 26th OTAs for the black and gold. And then May the 31st through June the 2nd, more OTAs. And then June the 7th through 10, more OTAs. And then June the 14th to 16th, mandatory minicamp. So that's the next group of things that happen for the Who Dat Nation coming up here. So mark your calendars, family. Mark your calendars, because this is what's coming next. So with that being said, fam, we also covered the other news, and then excitedly went over the Saints' unofficial depth chart, which was pretty fun as well. So that's a bit of a kind of a run, fam. So listen, I think it's absolutely fantastic how the black and gold, man, just been handling the business as of late. Absolutely fantastic, fam. But anyway, listen, that's going to do it for the stream. I'd like to thank all you guys for chiming in today. I thank you for chiming in and spending some time with me on this stream. We covered quite a few articles. We fam? Went over, we had some fun. We learned some stuff. I learned some stuff. We gained some new family members that hit the subscribe button. But listen, fam, just to put the cap on this here, I just want to say that the New Orleans Saints is batting it right on out the park. These moves that the black and gold have made this year, and I've been covering the Saints for a while now, and let me tell you, I am absolutely loving every part of what the Who Dat Nation is doing right now. The black and gold swinging for the fences, Dennis Allen leaving no stone unturned, looking to improve upon the team, and there are other players coming. Quan Alexander is coming. Williams could potentially be coming. A lot of these LSU guys, our Jarvis Landry, Tyrann Mathieu, Pro Bowlers, are recruiting their guys to come here to the Who Dat Nation because it's time. It's time. And they see just what you see. They see the fun environment. They see what's going on. And I'm telling y'all, fam, this is going to be fantastic, man. It's going to be fantastic. It really is. This is going to be fantastic. So with that being said, I'm going to cut out on that. Please feel free to hit the like button, fam. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I appreciate you as well. Please feel free to share the show links on your social media feed. Also, just to give a shout out to, once again, T-Mama and all of the family members out there that's having great difficulty in your life. All right, now just understand that you are not alone. Don't you ever feel like you're alone if you're going through some difficulty in your life and dealing with some stuff. Reach out and reach out and get some help. Talk to some people. Let them know how you feel and just vent. But just know that you're loved. And T-Mama, like I said, we're going to elevate you and put you on our shoulders. You and the rest of the family members that's going through difficulty, we love y'all. We want you to keep your heads up and stay positive, man, on this great journey of life that we go through. We are the Who Dat Nation. We are family, and that's how I see it. All right. Thank you, Hoodie, bro, for your super chat. He said, Big Q, what's up, my man? Who Dat to you? Great show. Likes always. He said, BTW, spoiler alert. I know I'm going to get some people on my butt when I say this, but OBJ and Williams coming home to the same. No, I agree with you, Hoodie. Thank you for your super chat, bro. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. Odell Beckham Jr., he's not healthy right now, and he won't be healthy until October, November sometime. The issue is, what does the Saints look like at that position at that time? We know injuries occur. We know there's C-19 lurking about. So, listen, if Odell Beckham tell you want to come, you going to stop him? I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, the Saints want to win. They want to win. You can see it, man. And it's just, I can visualize Jameis Winston throwing a deep touchdown ball to Odell Beckham Jr. and him reaching out there with one hand, doing a fantastic Odell Beckham catch with Jameis throwing the ball and then Jameis pumping his. I could see that happening, man. Odell Beckham in a black and gold uniform catching deep balls for touchdowns from Jameis Winston. Williams is another good pickup too, because if you put him in the room with the runner backs, he steps ahead of the rest of them due to his experience. I mean, Tony Jones and Abram Smith and Devine Zigbo are good, promising backs, but Williams comes in with a pedigree. Ingram, you got to see where that would go. But yeah, Williams definitely helps. And these guys coming to you at a premium. You're not going to spend a lot for Quan Alexander. You're not going to spend a lot for Williams. And they got the money. That's a whole nother thing. And the position for these guys. There's a spot for these guys. So, I mean, it's just working out so well, man. I'm just loving every part of it. So, tell me about it, 56Q. When you going to run the season on you? Like, it's coming soon, bro. It's coming soon, man. I'm going to start the season. Every year, I kind of been doing that. It's fun to do that, man. Kevin said I was cheating on that. Kevin said I was cheating and had the Saints winning. Oh man, come on, Kev, come on, bro. I can't confirm or deny that, brother. I don't know what you're talking about, okay, brother. I can neither affirm or deny that, okay, brother. All right. So there you are. All right, so much love to the fam. I appreciate y'all, man. Feel free to hit upon the like button. Hit the hell out the like button. Feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed. Check out the pro shop below. Pale gear, black and gold gear. New collections are available. Hit the pro shop. Hit that link up, family. Checking out. It's in the description section. So with that being said, I'm going to holler at y'all later, baby. Who that? Keep y'all heads up. I love y'all. And we're going to holler at y'all on our Friday stream. Peace.
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees or Roger Goodell. Yeah, fucking like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, the WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. Who That family, check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the